Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast, the Unrealistic Box Podcast. This is part 2 of our interview with Yorkali Walters. And in part 1, we heard a lot of stuff, right? We heard where he overbooked himself, but he overcame that. And as an entrepreneur, it is our duty not to get flustered when something like that happens, when a hurdle is in our way, but it is our duty to find a solution, and so he did. In part 2, we're going to go into more details of his photography business, and I want you to tune in, I want you to dream big, and I want you to enjoy the podcast. Thank you so much.
So let us talk about photography a little bit more.
Sure.
What do you specialize in?
Right now, most people know me for weddings.
Just the weddings, right?
Weddings and the religious events via Ventus.
All right. So are you thinking of transitioning into landscape photography, or are you?
I do it as a side hustle.
Okay.
You know, if I happen to have my camera, or if I'm doing an event and there's this beautiful landscape in front of me, then I'll capture it.
Okay.
There's some photographers who their thing is not taking people, and they'll plunge into landscape and so forth, and they love that.
Right.
I'll shout out to Sherard Little, who is an exceptional landscape photographer. He has worked with me, capturing people, but his thing, as an example, is landscape.
Okay.
What's your favorite camera?
Nikon. Yes.
I really wonder why people choose. I don't know how they choose.
But the best brand is Brain. The best brand is Brain.
Creativity again.
Even if it is iPhone or Android.
Shout out to my Android user.
My Android.
We're here strong.
Oh my goodness.
Nikon. Okay, what lens?
The lens depends on the task.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna do a portrait in here, for example, I'll be using a 85mm or 85mm lens. For weddings, I love to use a zoom lens. The best zoom lens, that is, if I had to just use one lens for the whole day, it would be a f2.8 24 to 70mm.
Speak Spanish.
f2.8 24 to 70.
At this point.
So 24 is for the wide shots, and then 70 is when I want to zoom in on the bride way down the aisle, and I don't want to be seen.
Oh, okay. So what's the craziest thing you've ever done at a wedding or at an event in terms of taking pictures?
I thought today was the easy question day.
Isn't it not?
It's the unrealistic box.
Right.
The craziest thing, that wasn't so crazy, but I got a bit of pain up from it.
Mercy.
Geez and peace. It's not coming to mind, but I know there's something really crazy someone's gonna say. York, you don't remember when you...
And for listeners, if you've ever used Walters Wedding,
Or Ventus.
Tell us a story.
Yeah.
Tell us anything that you remember from your events, please.
In the comments.
Yes.
I can't wait to see this. but yeah, the craziest thing, I remember when I started trying to go underground to get better shots, and people started remembering me for that.
Underground.
York, underground. Oh, they wait for me to go underground.
You see those videos of photographers be like?
Yes.
Oh gosh. So there's that. There's, probably standing up in my car while someone else is driving, standing up through the sunroof and shooting.
What's the same?
Yeah, man. It's fun, but safe.
I learned nothing at all.
Kids don't try this at home.
Hello.
No, but someone else is driving and I'm just standing on the trust and obey. But it's so much fun. It is so much fun when I throw myself into it.
Do you recall making a loss during this business?
A loss?
Yeah. So have you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Ever hear about COVID? Oh gosh, man.
Yeah.
Not fun.
How we bounce back? Did we go back? How did we bounce back? Did we go back to graphic designing?
I had to pivot to doing more web work. E-commerce and people needing websites is now a major thing.
It is.
It's a major
for
thing.
sure. Your girl, Kimberly, has a website.
Okay, tell me
Oh,
about
yes.
Her brand, Coco Chateau.
it. So you sell products or
I sell lingerie.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I don't have a website.
Do you have a shop?
Yes, I do. It's
Do you use like
Online.
Shopify or
No, I use Equid.
Equid? Okay, Equid is great.
Yeah.
We should talk about that. I've been
Alright.
looking into getting into Equid.
Yeah, it's really cool and it's fun. But we'll talk about that.
No problem. So one of the things that I pivoted it to is doing websites, but I wanted to do something that was not expensive. So we are now in a time where a website can cost you here in Jamaican dollars above 80 to 100 to 200 and $250,000 or millions of dollars.
Who do it? Do.
But then we have a lot of small businesses who want something that looks spectacular,
Yes.
but not expensive.
Very much so.
So the timing of this interview is quite nice because I'm launching a new service called Front Desk.
All right.
So Front Desk is a subscription service where I set up for you a front desk for your business. So when you say, click the link in my bio and it goes to a little form or it goes to a little this, no. I'm giving you something that feels like a website and it also feels like a conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
So-
nice.
How
Have you
did
launched
that
it already?
idea?
I'm launching it right now.
We're launching it right now.
Literally right here on the Yes!
You heard it here first.
Exactly, Laura.
Okay.
How you come by that idea?
Okay, so I was saying to someone recently that I'm an ideator, I'm a connector. So on one hand, I'm thinking, we have people who really need sweet looking sites that work.
That works.
On the other hand, they don't have a lot of money because when you set up this site, let's say on the low end, you spend 80 grand to get the site done. But then there's the maintenance, there's the upkeep, there's the security and all of that.
Annual fees.
So what I decided to do is for the cost of what you pay for the maintenance on the low end, I give you the full site, no money down.
So we just subscribe
So you just
every
subscribe
month. We
to-
can do
And
an
is there a
annual
monthly
subscription.
You
too?
can do annual too.
What is
Okay.
the subscription fee?
So for
Does it depend on the size of the business, how much you're
it depends
asking?
depends on what you want, the
Okay.
services you want.
Got you.
So what I will do, I will send you the link later.
Please.
That has the layout of the different
Please
plans.
do.
We will definitely.
But the idea is you ask how did I come up with the idea?
Yeah.
I'm just connecting dots all the time. All the
So
time.
innovative. Because in a world where,
In a world.
because at this point, we don't even know what's going on.
I know, right?
We're just there.
Yeah.
But people are tapping into their creative minds. They are being innovative. People are inventing some
And we're being
really
less
cool things.
dependent on corporate world.
True.
Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely.
So thank you for sharing.
Sure.
We will be taking that link because people need to know about Front Desk. That
Definitely.
sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it does.
And I really like that.
Are we on the social platforms?
Okay, so Front Desk is a product of the imagination. So I would be putting ads and links and
What is the imagination?
the imagination is the design arm.
Okay.
Well, actually, it is it's the I would say the overarching business. Within the imagination, you have Ventis,
Oh, you have different arms.
Walters Weddings,
Nice.
yeah, different arms.
So talk to me about your marketing strategies for these different arms of business that you have.
So, believe it or not, one of our biggest marketing strategies when we're really active is Ventis.
Right.
The more people
sense.
see us, the more we post on Facebook, the more
Be
they reach
reminded,
out.
Ventis is where you go to your general conference.
Everybody.
Right. And you can get your photo there for free.
Yes.
You download it from
When you
Facebook
look
and
on
you post.
Facebook, you see yourself.
All right. So
there.
that's a great method to
Yeah.
use. And Adventist
That
Church
helps.
has a lot of links that we really could use.
We do.
We can sync well.
It goes back to service.
Yes.
Don't just do it
It's true.
because we started doing it not as marketing. It just it evolved into that.
Yeah.
Persons love seeing their picture. We love doing it for them.
Who doesn't love that?
And then the question started: do you do this? Do you do that?
Yeah.
Another way is constant networking. Another way is consistently, and it takes discipline for this, consistently posting on or social media
platforms. So you need to be active.
You need to be active.
Social media.
So this is something I'm doing now. I can't believe I just started doing this. Every day
You post something
on Facebook, I post a different cover image and a different DP of one of my photographs.
That is really good.
Yeah, man. So that helps.
That is good. Yorkali. Let us talk about digital marketing. I think you have a wealth of knowledge in photography, in graphic design, and just creativity overall. Have you ever thought about compiling your wealth of knowledge into digital marketing?
Absolutely. So it is something we offer, but it's not a service that a lot of people know that we offer.
Okay.
Marketing is, before social media came about, marketing is something that I was doing in conjunction with the graphic design.
Okay.
Because I also write copy for ads.
Oh.
Yeah. I've written articles for The Observer for an association that I'm currently the president of, the Jamaica Design Association.
Oh, look at you.
So, but I was doing it before I became president.
Before.
Roger Davis, he was the president and he was working at The Observer, and he said, York, can you write some articles for us, man? And he was putting it out to everyone in the association.
Yeah.
I ended up writing 5 of those. So, when did I realize I love writing? About 2000 I realized I loved writing from when I was studying architecture. And then it became a thing when I published this little book called Adult Lullaby.
Oh.
I've done a bit of stuff.
That's good.
We that is what we're discovering, but that's really good.
So because I do the little writing, and because I can do the graphics and the photography, we can, and architecture is my background, the imagination can actually, what would I say, render or build out your brand on every imaginable touch point.
Right.
Whether it's interior design for a shop, building a building from scratch, from the ground, all of the branding, all of the graphics, all of the photography. Yorkwin is the wizard at motion graphics, if you want whiz bang stuff. And of course we do video and you name it. Everything that you would need, the imagination can do.
So it is safe to say that you are an entrepreneur.
Safe to say.
Safe to say that you're an entrepreneur. You have proven you've done the deed.
But you know, the funny thing is, I'm starting to find out the term entrepreneur, it puts me in an unrealistic box.
Why? Why is that?
All right, so it entrepreneur is this. Elon Musk is the table.
Oh,
not true.
That brother.
But people still see him as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And people still see what's his name? I saw his picture just today. Virgin Atlantic, blonde hair, British mogul. Jeez Louise, his name is slipping me. But he's the entrepreneur who started Virgin Records and then Virgin Atlantic. So entrepreneur for me is a mindset, not a role.
Not a role.
So I'll never stop being an entrepreneur.
What do you most want to accomplish out of photography?
What do I most want to accomplish out of photography? I want Walters weddings in particular to be truly an international brand. So even though we have done weddings from Trinidad to the US to Canada, Bermuda, I want to get it to a place where we're doing more destination. I mean, there are hotels that are doing weddings every day of the week, multiples of the same. So another reason for wanting to do that is wanting to avoid doing weddings on Sabbath means that we are missing out on the big time weddings.
That's true.
You know, so it means that I need to find other ways of leveraging this skill and the equipment and the tool and the resources other days of the week.
So how do you keep yourself grounded?
Grounded?
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Every now and then I'll be inspired to write a devotional. That really helps. It's not just consuming spiritual literature.
Yeah.
If I process it, I get closer to God. If I write it down, I get closer to Him. If I tell somebody some way, somehow, if I do a graphic and I post it on my IG and people start responding. I mean, this week, a couple of days ago, I wrote one called Mind Heist. And the idea for it came from the man who blew up the ATM at the Scotiabank. So the morning, I was in the middle of devotion and the idea came and I stopped. Devotion now became writing the devotional.
That's nice. What I was saying with my first question was the role of an entrepreneur. I'm new to it. Kim and I are new to it. And the will to quit
is
very strong sometimes.
Palpable.
What do you do when that comes? And have you ever wanted to just say, hands down, I'm going to go back to NCU or I'm going to go to a different...
Another corporate business.
Came close many times. Yes. Faith is the substance.
How things hope for.
The evidence.
It's not seen. So when the feelings threaten me to want to quit, I visualize. When I just came back to Jamaica, I was living what we call sufferer life, and I had no job. I was living off of people. People were helping me. Ventus didn't exist. Walters Weddings didn't exist. Just my brain, a little laptop, and a camera. And with that, something started.
Amen.
Something started, and I because I visualized beyond where I was.
Right.
I visualized beyond. Let's say you don't have a laptop. No, I visualized having a laptop.
That's right.
I didn't have a great camera or a camera. I visualized having it.
Right.
And gas expands to the space it has. And if you create the space, God can fill it.
That is
You need to, how you exercise the faith is step one, visualizing the possibility and opening up yourself to that possibility.
Right.
Ever looking for a part? Any of you drive? You drive?
Yeah.
All right. So you're looking for this particular car, or you're looking for another car?
She wants the range.
You want? Okay.
I do love a range.
Okay, cool. So everywhere, almost.
We said this. We said this. We know what you mean.
Yes, but say
You say it everywhere. You start to see it everywhere.
Because I want a Porsche, right?
Oh my God!
And everywhere I go, I see the Porsche, and I'm claiming it. Come here, I get my Porsche. True.
There you go.
You said it.
There you go.
You said it.
So the thing is, just the fact that you start to see it everywhere, it means that your mind is starting to open up to the possibility even more.
Wow.
Sometimes I think we limit ourselves by our thoughts.
We
It's our
absolutely do.
thoughts. How are we limiting our
Absolutely
thoughts?
do.
Be
powerful enough.
transformed.
No, go ahead, finish.
Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The mind is a plastic organ entity.
Absorb.
And I think because we limit ourselves, we limit God.
We limit God.
We put God in a box. Fam, God can, fill this room with all the miracles and stuff. And we limit him because our human minds cannot comprehend all of these things that God can do.
Wow.
And that's why I have unrealistic dreams. Nobody can tell me anything. That I am not going to make $1 million in sales by the end of this year. Nobody can tell me that.
You do sales now?
Yeah, so it's for my business. For Coca Chateau. Yeah.
There you go. Well, if you create
Yeah.
that unrealistic box.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it becomes a real box. A real box. Ever go set new goals?
Yeah, you challenge yourself each and every day. Never be complacent.
How am I going to start selling in Barbados? How am I going to start selling in Suriname?
So,
how am I going to start selling in the UK?
That's true.
I have a friend. She has got to be on this program. Carmen. She's my church sister from Andrews. She had an issue. She had a tumor. Tumor got removed. She started researching what caused that, where that come from. And I know I'm getting the story wrong. Carmen, forgive me. But what did it end up with? She started selling hair products. Those hair products are selling on Amazon, in the US, in New York, in Africa, in the UK.
Yeah.
And it's gangbusters now here in Jamaica.
Yeah, you have to envision yourself being successful.
Yes, man. And when the hard times come, remember the dream.
True.
Oh yeah, life is entropy. It gets worse before it gets better sometimes.
Succumb to it.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yorkali,
my dear,
we are going to.
It's been
We're
good.
gonna play a game.
Wait a minute.
Oh, the game.
Leaving.
Okay,
We're not
cool.
leaving. Absolutely
What's
not.
going on?
We're gonna play a game with you for the first one. What are we doing, Laura?
Let's keep it local for the first one.
All right.
Kimberly has some social studies questions.
Mercy. Talk to me.
All right. And we're going to ask you a few questions about the land of wood and water. See if you get them. You should get them. And we'll have some riddles as well.
Relatively.
Then we have wording is hard.
Wording is
To hear more.
Bring it.
YouTube. He started this segment and we found it very hilarious.
Very hilarious. And I learned new words.
We are just using it.
Yet to use them in my conversation.
Right.
But, you know,
Building our
we know
vocab.
them. Yeah.
So the first question.
Bring it.
Which bright-colored bird, immortalized as Jamaica's national bird, is endemic to Jamaica?
The hummingbird.
Of course. Nice
So
and easy.
easy.
Okay.
In which body of water can Jamaica be found?
Caribbean Sea.
Quick time. In 1993, which Jamaican beauty was crowned Miss World?
Lisa Hanna.
Yes.
Lisa? Yeah.
Yeah,
it should
come
be.
true now,
90s,
come true
yeah.
now.
All right, level one.
Okay.
All right, we'll have a riddle section. What can fill a room but take up no space?
Oxygen.
No. You get one more.
Kimberly's personality.
Oh,
What is the answer?
it's light.
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 Oh, shoot.
Does. Another one. I have branches, yet I have no leaves, no trunk, and no fruit.
NCB.
All right.
What am I?
Branches. No leaf. No fruit.
Okay.
It's not a plant. It's not organic.
Help us, God.
Not getting it.
Yeah, build on what you just said.
Oh, okay. A bank.
Yes.
A bank. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, our last riddle for you. What kind of room has no walls or corners?
What kind of room has no walls? A veranda? No. The lingerie studio.
Help us, Lord.
What kind of room has no walls or no corners? Something. It's inside and it's outside. Lorna's kitchen.
Oh, Lord.
I give up.
Time up.
A mushroom. A mushroom. It's so corny.
Jeez.
All right. Cool.
So corny.
All right. So your first word.
You're going to pronounce it.
The first word I'll pronounce, and you will have to try and spell it.
Okay. So your word is Schadenfreude.
Say again. Say what now?
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude. Oh. Schadenfreude.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, the tilde. The accent?
No.
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
Ladies and gentlemen, they don't love me anymore. That's as good as it
Spell
gets.
it out for the people.
The people.
Yeah.
SCHOEDENFRUDER.
Almost.
Really?
It is SCHADENFREUDE.
Yeah.
You know, add O instead of that last U.
Yeah. So we're going to give you a sentence and you're going to try to use that sentence to define the word. I couldn't resist a touch of Schadenfreude when he was defeated so heavily in the election. I couldn't resist a touch of Schadenfreude when he was defeated so heavily in the election. I'm
to tell the meaning?
Yeah, yes. By that, the sentence.
Joy. Something along the lines of joy. It's a positive feeling. So it's something good, is something you feel as if you've defeated or you've overcome something.
Hold on. Let us read the sentence again.
On the right track.
On the right track. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't resist a touch of Schadenfreude when he was defeated so heavily in the election. Mm-hmm. You're on the right path, but you just need a little bit more.
It's when you feel... Oh, the thought just came to me. It's when you feel...
You said the right word in the
You
first
did
time.
it. That word can work. It's just something else.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just something else I'm trying to bring up.
Okay.
It's... You feel... I cannot remember the word.
You feel joy. By...
Not upliftment.
Yeah, man. Oh, you feel upliftment by... Why do you feel it?
Justified.
Oh.
But, so close.
But so far.
He felt joy when he was defeated so heavily in the election.
He felt an overwhelming sense of something.
You are.
Jeez.
Let's get it. It's the pleasure derived by someone
else's misfortune.
From another person's misfortune.
So he was happy when he lost it.
Someone else's misfortune.
I want to use that word in my conversation.
Mercy.
You should.
All right, your next word.
Yes.
You're gonna go ahead and pronounce it for us.
All right. So this is one word, okay? I just wrote them in block letters.
This done is a part of the word?
Yeah, friend.
What now?
We're gonna have to probably put it in one.
Anti-disestablishment.
Kimberly.
Tarianism. Oh, this is interesting.
It's so easy. It's really an easy word. Yeah, come on.
No, sir. May I forgot to write this over?
Write it over them.
Antidises. Oh, you find them something, my dear?
The University of Google.
I really cannot write it in one line. Anti-de-establishmentalism. Mentarianism. Anti-de-establishmentarianism. Anti-de-establishmentarianism. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna have you define it now.
What is that the word we're going with?
The pronunciation?
Should I go faster? Oh,
let's
Google.
Confirm.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Disestablishment. That's what I was saying. It's so easy. Yeah. It's just a tongue twister.
It is quite so.
All right, so we're going to give you a sentence.
Oh, I thought I was going to make up the sentence, but go ahead.
If you want to challenge yourself, so I'll give you the meaning and you give me a sentence.
So the meaning is being opposed to the withdrawal of state support.
Being opposed to the withdrawal of state support.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Many liberal-minded senators are in the state of Florida are very much against the federal government's anti-de-establishmentarianism.
All right. Okay.
Congratulations.
All right, Laura.
What?
Laura.
Laura's not doing this enough.
Here you go. This is your word, friend. You're gonna pronounce it. Take your time.
They don't teach you this in school.
That's okay. That's why we'll have YouTube. Right?
Absquatulated.
Ooh.
Absquatulated.
Which one are you using?
The correct one.
Absquatulated.
Absquatulated.
All right, that's
My
your
father would
answer.
love this segment.
Let's go.
Absquatulate.
Ted.
Absquatulate.
Absquatulate.
Ted. Absquatulate.
Absquatulate.
Okay.
Interesting.
Absquatulated. Oh.
All right, so let's...
Absquatulate.
Yeah.
What?
So.
So why have the D? That's incorrect. Google is not always right. All right?
Read the sentence, please.
They absquatulate from absquatulated.
Ted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They absquatulated from the book camp.
Boot. Supposed to be boots.
Lord. Boot camp as soon as they could. Departed, run
away.
Escaped.
Makes sense. That's it, girl.
Listen.
Hello.
Mrs. Griffith.
Hello.
Errol Griffith, your daughter didn't wow.
All right. So this is your word, and you're gonna spell it for me. This is your word, friend. Sesquipedalian. So easy.
Alien. Ooh.
I promise you.
What's the origin of the word, please?
Is that gonna help you?
Yes, it will.
All right. The origin of sesquipedalian.
Can I get points if I help her?
No.
Darn it.
Is Latin.
Latin.
Mm-hmm.
Sesquipedalian.
What's the definition, please?
The definition is so characterized by long words or long-winded.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Sesquipedalian.
Sesquipedalian.
Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Quip or crip?
Quip.
You got this. You got this.
She get, yeah, man. She get it. Talk nice in the mic when you finish.
Sesquipedalian. Day as in D-A-Y or just
I'm not gonna do this.
We're
with
not.
you.
No. Okay. Sesquipedalian. Is it 2 L's? We're not gonna do that either. All right. Sesquipedalian.
Sesquipedalian.
Dalian.
Sesquipedalian.
Sesquipedalian.
That's it.
1 L.
She's gonna get it out of you.
S-E-S. Q-U-I-P. I, right?
Continue.
D-A, right? L-I-A-N.
You almost got it. You did well though. It's SESQUIPE DALIAN. Well, that was good. Shout out to you, friend.
Listen.
Yes. Good girl. Yeah.
I can't use this in a word.
What does it mean?
It's a long word. Polysyllabic.
Sesquipedalian.
Which one is the meaning? What's the meaning of sesquipedalian?
A polysyllabic word. A long word.
Polysyllabic.
Superfragilistic espialidocious is a sesquipedalian.
Look at you, girl.
I like you.
My lord.
Awesome.
Oh, that was good. Look at you. Look at me. We are evolving.
Yes.
We are. All right. So, Yorkali, what is one thing you'd want our listening audience to take away from your interview this afternoon?
That Yorkali is a people person who loves to create and likes to dream big dreams.
Big dream.
Would you change anything in what happened? The struggles, the good times. Would you go back and change anything?
I would. If I did, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Nice.
It's tough. It really is tough. Yes, there are some decisions that I wish I didn't make. There are some choices I wish I didn't, roads I didn't take. But at the end of the day, I'm still alive. Therefore, all of those pregnant decisions have pointed me to who I am today, the evolution that I have been able to go through, my personal development. And if there's one thing I wish I could do differently, one thing is to be in the same place as my daughters. I have 3 girls. So that's the one thing. That's the one thing and to be more of a dad to them.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Aliana, Annabelle, Alance, I love you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for sharing.
You have shared already a couple of your unrealistic dreams.
Yeah.
That you want to do, that has happened, that were unrealistic at the time, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you coming on and just being open with us and, introducing front desk to the world through the unrealistic box. We are grateful for that, and we are fully behind you, supporting 100%.
100%.
I love that you venture into different paths. The different paths allow you to meet different people. It allows you to build yourself, your conversations, you network. So a lot of things align, and I really see that God is working through you. And I want you to always have Him with you, because sometimes we get a little big and a little proud, but we should always stay humble and invite Him.
Absolutely.
Because everything happens because of God. So I really like that. This is the end of it for us on another episode of the Unrealistic Box. Join us, everyone, on all social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and comment with us, join the conversations, and just keep the energy going. Remember to live your own dream and be kind.